Now for this and other stories in detail. Today is the National Children's Day and the Elders' Day.
Now the theme of this year, For Our Future. In the year 1925, during the International Conference on Children's Welfare, it was decided to declare a particular day to celebrate the World Children's Day, and the selection of a suitable date for this purpose was decided in 1954. Accordingly, nations of the world have selected various days to commemorate the Children's Day, and Sri Lanka decided to celebrate the day on the 1st of October. United Nations in 1990 declared the Elders' Day on the 1st of October to be celebrated every year. According to the National Elders Secretariat, the population of elderly people in Sri Lanka has been recorded around 3 million. Special attention is being paid all over the world on elders' welfare, legal provisions for security, empowerment, and the enactment of national elders' health policies. In a special message on the World Children's Day, President Anura Kumara Dissanayake says, by creating a generation of children who are healthy both mentally and physically, along with discipline, a human being with free thinking and with a vision to win the future world can be created. The President stressed that the economy, freedom and human kindness, mutual trust, loyalty and designing a society with acceptance shall be the point of dedication to bring about political transformation to protect the environmental heritage which is complete with natural resources. The President added that the future generation of children has to be saved from examination-centered educational trend with lots of tension that come in the way of the mental and societal development of children. The President further said that the main aim of this Renaissance era is to win the world due for the children. The President pointed out that poverty, malnutrition, healthcare and environmental degradation, imbalance in education and inequality in social opportunities, along with children becoming victims of drugs and the misuse of technology, have been identified as challenges facing the children of this millennium. World Children's Day and Elders' Day national celebration were held at the Suhurupaya premises today under the patronage of Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya. Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya said that there are solutions for all the problems we face and finding the correct solution is the need of the hour. She pointed out that the responsibility has to be to find solutions without causing injustice to any party concerned. She added the daily problems created in the society have to be faced with patience in a society collapsed during a long period of time. The Prime Minister said that in solving the problems faced by the children, their mental welfare and needs has to be properly understood and all must participate in bringing solutions.
The National Transport Commission has taken steps to reduce the bus fares in line with the fuel price decline. The government took steps to reduce fuel prices from midnight yesterday. A litre of octane 92 petrol has been reduced by 21 rupees and the new price is 311 rupees. A litre of Lanka Auto Diesel has been reduced by 24 rupees and the new price is 307 rupees. Meanwhile, the new price of a litre of Lanka Super Diesel is 319 rupees after being reduced by 33 rupees. Steps were taken to reduce the price of a litre of Lanka kerosene by 19 rupees and the new price is 183 rupees. The price of octane 95 petrol has not been revised. Reports have indicated that Lanka IOC has also reduced its fuel prices and Sinopec has also revised its fuel prices based on the Sipetco prices. Minister Vijay Herat said that the fuel prices were reduced considerably with the election of the new president. He said that the fuel price revisions will be carried out after studying the profits and losses. He said that if the authorities to reduce the prices drastically, such measures could impact the financial situation of the agency. Therefore, he pointed out that the government is expecting to reduce fuel prices, which would then reflect on fares pertaining to passenger services and production costs by gradually improving and strengthening the economy. Chairman of the Petroleum Corporation and Ceylon Petroleum Storage Terminal Limited, D.J. Rajakaruna, said that all petroleum products have been ordered prior to 3 months. He said that there will be no shortage until mid next year. National Transport Commission has announced that the bus fares have been revised by 4.24%, which will come to effect from midnight today. Accordingly, the minimum bus fare is 27 rupees.
Now, the vehicles that had been brought to the Presidential Secretariat from various government institutions, including ministries and other departments, were returned to their respective agencies today. President's Media Division has indicated that 19 vehicles were released accordingly. 15 out of the 19 were collected by officials from the relevant agencies who arrived on prior notice. This includes 8 from the Road Development Authority, 3 from the Ministry of Finance and 1 each from the Southern Provincial Council, the Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation and the Department of Wildlife Conservation. Senior Additional Secretary Roshan Gamage and other officials were present at the event.
Former Jaffna District Parliamentarian of Tamil National Alliance S. Sridharan met with President Andrekumara Dissanayake this morning. The meeting was held at the Presidential Secretariat. During the meeting, former MP Sridharan congratulated President Dissanayake on his election as the 9th Executive President of Sri Lanka, reflecting the will of the people. Subsequently, the President engaged in a warm and friendly conversation with former MP.
Cabinet approval has been granted to acquire relevant provisions to conduct the general election from the Consolidated Fund and the next year's budgets. Meanwhile, Cabinet spokesperson Minister Vijitha Herath said that Cabinet approval has been granted to appoint a committee to reconsider the entitlements, allowances and privileges of the members of Parliament, ministers and former presidents. The Cabinet of Ministers convened for the first time yesterday under the patronage of President Andrekumara Dissanayake. Minister Vijitha Herath has been appointed as the Cabinet spokesman. The media conference is the first briefing held to announce the Cabinet decisions under the new Cabinet spokesman. During the media briefing, it was revealed that a total of 11 billion rupees has been estimated to conduct the parliamentary elections. However, the budget 2024 has not allocated sufficient provisions in the regard. Accordingly, the Cabinet approval has been granted to release 5 billion rupees from the Consolidated Fund as the powers vested with the President and to allocate 6 billion rupees from the budget 2025. Minister Vijitha Herath said that the Cabinet is comprised of 3 members. He said that the Cabinet appointed him as the Cabinet spokesman. He said that HSKJ Bandar has been appointed to the Government Information Director General position through a Cabinet decision. The Minister said that the new Director General is a Grade 1 officer in the Sri Lanka Administrative Service. The Cabinet of Ministers has approved the proposal to appoint a committee to reconsider the entitlements, allowances and privileges to the members of parliaments, ministers and former presidents. The relevant proposal has been presented by Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya. The committee, headed by the retired Supreme Court Judge K.T. Chitrasiri, is expected to submit a detailed report within 2 months with suitable recommendations in this regard. The other members of the committee are retired Ministry Secretary D. Dissanayake and retired District Secretary Jayantha Bulumulla. Minister Vijitha Herath said that the people in the country largely demanded to remove all unlimited benefits and privileges. He added that these benefits and privileges have been provisioned through parliamentary acts. Accordingly, he said that a special committee was appointed to review this regard and submit a report. Also, the minister said that a special cabinet paper was tabled by the President for 2 honorary senior advisory positions on economic affairs and finance. Accordingly, he pointed out that these 2 positions are on honorary basis and will not be entitled with any salary or allowance. He said that Duminda Hulangamua and Dr. A.A.J. Fernando have been appointed to these 2 positions. A delegation of the International Monetary Fund is scheduled to arrive in the country tomorrow. Views were shared over the scheduled meeting between the delegation and the President as well as the IMF program. Minister Vijitha Herath said that the government's stance is to review the IMF agreement to a certain extent. However, he said that they will not engage in an in-depth discussion with the delegation scheduled to arrive tomorrow. He said that a preliminary discussion on how to continue the IMF program will be discussed with the new president. He added that a discussion over the structural issues of the program will be held in New York at the end of this month with the participation of Central Bank Governor, Finance Minister Secretary and President's senior economic affairs advisors. The Cabinet spokesman also responded to the queries raised over the issue pertaining to the issuance of passports. Minister Vijitha Herath said that the crisis was created by the previous government. He said that a complex issue has been created and the government has been forced to resolve this issue within a short period of time. He said that this complex issue has led to many crises, and as per the court order, the government will intervene in its maximum capacity through the urgent cabinet decisions. Remarks were also shared regarding the implementation of the investigations pertaining to central bank bond scam. Minister Vijay Therat said that legal action will be taken pertaining to the central bank bond scam, considering the Parliamentary Special Select Committee report and the report of the Special Presidential Committee appointed by President Maithripala Sirisena. He said that President Ranil Wickremesinghe is no longer the head of the state. Therefore, he pointed out that immunity is not applicable to the former president. Accordingly, he said that the judiciary and executive have the power to summon the former president before the courts.
The Court of Appeal has decided today to revise the interim order issued to prevent the purchasing of 750,000 normal passports from a private company. The relevant decision was made with the consent of the petitioner. An issue has arisen over the issuance of passports due to the relevant interim order. Therefore, the Additional Solicitor General representing the Attorney General requested the court to revise the decision. The attorneys representing the petitioner, Epic Lanka Private Limited, agreed to revise the interim order considering the inconveniences caused to the public. However, the Court of Appeal mentioned that the interim order issued to suspend the implementation of the decision taken to purchase 5 million e-passports will remain effective until the next hearing. The petition will be taken up again on November 6th.
Now, President Anurukumar Dissanayake met with US Ambassador Julie Shang today. The meeting was held at the Presidential Secretariat. Ambassador Shang extended her warm congratulations to President Dissanayake on his recent inauguration. She emphasized the importance of fostering robust bilateral relations between the United States and Sri Lanka. Particular focus was placed on enhancing diplomatic relations between the United States and Sri Lanka, along with fostering economic and social cooperation in areas of mutual interest in both nations. Ambassador of the Russian Federation to Sri Lanka, Levan S. Zagarian, met with President Anurukumar Dissanayake this morning at the Presidential Secretariat. During the meeting, Ambassador Zagarian extended his warm congratulations to President Dissanayake on his recent election and delivered a personal message from President of Russia, Vladimir Putin. President Putin in his message states that he expects that the bilateral relationship between the two countries will deepen under the leadership of President Anurukumar Dissanayake. The discussions focused on strengthening the long-standing bilateral relations between Sri Lanka and Russia. Both parties highlighted the importance of enhancing cooperations in key areas such as trade, investment, culture and education, while reaffirming their commitment to deepening diplomatic ties for the mutual benefit of both nations.
President has instructed relevant authorities to suspend the evaluation of the Grade 5 scholarship examination answer sheets for 2 weeks. A meeting took place yesterday at the Presidential Secretariat between President Anurukumar Dissanayake and a group of parents who had protested regarding the recent Grade 5 scholarship examination question paper issue. Additionally, the parents requested that the President consider holding a re-examination for the first paper of the Grade 5 scholarship examination, as they claim 8 questions, not 3, were leaked prior to the exam. Minister Vijay Therat said that the Cabinet of Ministers has a duty to resolve the issue pertaining to the Grade 5 scholarship examination. He said that the government is sensitive towards this issue and a clear injustice has occurred to children and parents with this incident. He said that President has intervened in this issue and conducted several discussions in this regard along with the Education Minister. He pointed out that a decision has been reached to temporarily suspend the evaluation of the Grade 5 scholarship examination answer sheets.
A further growth was observed in the Colombo Stock Exchange today. Following the presidential election in last week, the Colombo Stock Exchange continued to show a significant growth in this and its operations. The all-share price index of the Colombo Stock Exchange has increased by 137.86 points to close at 11,992.91 today. This is an increase of 1.16% from the previous close. Meanwhile, the S&P SL20 has increased by 67.51 points to close at 3,520.92 points. The market turnover for the day is over 3.5 billion rupees.
Now, today is the 5th day of the Colombo International Book Fair. By yesterday, around 600,000 enthusiasts visited the BMICH premises. The official media patronage was provided by the national television. On the occasion of World Children's Day, the Colombo International Book Fair is filled with children, and small children have been provided with a lot of opportunities to enjoy themselves. They can engage in drawings, storytelling, listening to stories and win prizes for their creations. It has been a special feature that a cultural program for children with special needs has been arranged at the Colombo International Book Fair premises. The national television has introduced various courses for the progress of the young generation with vigor and enthusiasm: acting, cinematography and lighting. Presenting of television programs, television sound recording has been included in 4 certificate courses being telecast over the national television. Information in this respect can be received by visiting the Rue Entertainment Stall. Visiting the sales stall of the national television should not be forgotten while paying a visit to the book fair. Now, an agreement was reached for the second stage of the online educational program titled Guwansihina between Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation and the Civil Aviation Services Authority.
Now, the ceremony was held with the participation of Minister Vijay Herath at the Department of Government Information. The aim of the program, Guwansihina, is to bring awareness among school children on aviation industries. 7 programs were held under the first stage, and 100 children participated in one of the programs, where the children were selected from the applications received through WhatsApp. It has been planned to join 1,000 students in the second stage, an all-island drawing competition parallel to the World Children's Day on the theme titled Future Aviation Service Through Our Vision has been included in the new agreement. The second stage of the agreement was signed by Deputy Director General Kapila Disanayak of the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation and Chief Executive Officer Air Vice Marshal Sagar Kottadeniya. The printed media patronage has been given by Associated Newspapers of Ceylon Limited, Secretary to the Ministry of Mass Media Ranjitari Ratna, Secretary to the Ministry of Ports and Civil Aviation KDS Ruwan Chandra, Deputy General Manager Associated Newspapers of Ceylon Limited Chintaka Yapa, Deputy Director General Programs of Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation Nila and Kasim, along with senior officials of the Civil Aviation Authority participated.
Now, a greater enthusiasm and a tendency to watch has been observed among the public for the news telecast on national television. As a response to this, the national channel has taken steps to present a news roundup before the telecast of the main news bulletin at night at 6:55 p.m. The national television, fulfilling another major responsibility, played the role of the official telecast of the 2024 presidential election when it was announced. In declaring election results, the national channel has been able to attract the maximum attention of the public. With pleasure of fulfilling the responsibility, where the national television was successful in announcing all announcements and presenting official election results accurately to the society. Election Commissioner General Saman Sri Ratnayaka appreciated the cooperation shown by the Sri Lanka Rupavahini Corporation in bringing about public awareness and election literacy among them during the last election process. He said that all compliments and the respect of the Election Commission is due to the entire staff of the national television, and added that it was only the SLRC that provided an opportunity to declare results to the public from the elections office. He thanked the national television for immediately providing necessary information without creating any doubt in the minds of the public, especially with regard to the counting of preferential votes, and providing breaking news along with advertisements. Election results were telecast live by the news YouTube channel of national television. It has been a special feature that the number of viewers of the national channel has exceeded 400,000. During the election days, 2.6 million viewers viewed the YouTube channel of the national television. Another feature has been that the telecast of news and YouTube video clips becoming a trendsetter. The number of viewers of the national television has increased sharply by now, and the response received from the public over the social media for the Rupavahini YouTube channel stands witness for the same. The national television pays tribute to millions of viewers for their response in viewing the national television. From now on, a new roundup will be presented to the viewers on a national channel daily at 6 p.m.
තෝර්ති සංක්ෂිප්තය ඔක්තෝබර් 1 වෙනිදා සිට ජාතික රූපවාහිනිය.
In more local news, Election Commissioner General Sri Ratnayaka says that applications for postal votes in the general election has to be held on the 14th of November will be done till 8th of October. He requested the public to give a maximum support since the election will be held within a short period of time. Election Commissioner General Sri Ratnayaka said that the voters who intend to apply for the postal voting in the upcoming general election will have to take steps to forward the same through the heads of the institutions to the returning officer of their residential areas. He said that they will have to forward all applications on or before the 8th of October to the district returning officer. The applications have to be received by them for certification who are in service in statutory boards and government institutions. He added that all officials must ensure to take necessary actions in this regard and added that the voters list of 2024 will be used in the coming general election too. He said that all necessary information as proof can be downloaded from www.elections.gov.lk website. He requested voters to come forward with their applications in time since the Election Commission has to hold the elections within a very short period of time.
Former parliamentarian Saman Ratnapriya says the symbol under which the United National Party will contest at the upcoming parliamentary election will be officially declared tomorrow. A discussion in this regard was held at the party office in Flower Road, Colombo today. The discussion was held with the participation of former President Ranil Wickremesinghe, former Chief of President's Staff Sagala Ratnayaka and former Ministers Rajitha Senaratne and Jeevan Thondaman. Former parliamentarian Saman Ratnapriya said that all affiliated parties are of the stance to continue with the gas cylinder symbol. He said that there is also a possibility to continue with the UNP party symbol, the elephant. He also added that some factions have also proposed the symbol share. However, he said that the final decision over the symbol gas cylinder would be taken by the Election Commission. He also said that the majority demand is for the gas cylinder symbol. Responding to a query over the possible alliance with Samagijana Malavega, the former MP said that they are unable to agree with certain conditions posed by SJB. However, he pointed out that the negotiations are still ongoing and the deputy leader and the vice leader of the party are heading the negotiations from the United National Party. A decision has been taken to recommence the second phase of Bandaranaike International Airport development and television broadcast digitalization projects with JICA support.
The chief representative of the Japan International Cooperation Agency Yamada Tetsuya met with the secretary to the president, Dr. Nandika Sanath Kumanayaka, this afternoon. The meeting was held at the Presidential Secretariat. In a recent meeting with the Secretary to the President, the Japanese ambassador emphasized the need for the swift completion of 11 ongoing projects supported by JICA. Today's discussion centered on accelerating the progress of these initiatives. A delegation from the Japanese Embassy in Sri Lanka along with other officials also attended the meeting.
Now, Care Food Showcase organized by the Embassy of South Korea was held in Colombo yesterday. It was held with the participation of the South Korean ambassador in Sri Lanka, Myeon Lee. A South Korean chef prepared popular Korean dishes at the showcase, taking participants in an immersive journey on the Korean culinary art. This reception took the audience on a round trip to a famous Korean food from Korean dramas and movies. This event was a platform for all participants to experience the vividness of Korean traditions and a modern Korean food trend.
To one and all to K-Food Showcase. Once again, a quick announcement. Some items are coming, and also the key to make your way towards.
We're here for a very special occasion at the Korean ambassador's residence. But before we tell you why we are here, we're going to speak to the Korean ambassador to understand the cultural ties that Sri Lanka and the Republic of Korea has. It's been a long history and we're very proud of our cultures. But to have an institution and the collaboration and the celebration is something that's very important. Joining me on this discussion is Her Excellency Ambassador Myeon Lee. Good evening, ma'am. And quick a question to ask. I know, thank you for inviting us here today. In terms of the Sri Lanka Republic of Korea relationship, what do you have to say about that?
Well, we started our diplomatic relationship in 1977, so it's already 47 years. And for 47 years, we have made a big progress. And now Sri Lankan workers working in Korea is more than 20,000. That's a huge number. But not only that they work, they also come back and they promote Korean culture and Korean food. So I'm very much proud of the Sri Lankan-Korean relationship.
Ambassador, the national channel promotes a lot Korean dramas. We're very proud about it. And there's a huge population and a generation that watches Korean drama. So today we're here at the K-Food Showcase. We've got Korean movies, we got also other youth activities that we have associated in terms of the Korean festival events. And plus, this year we had a very special Korean education exhibition where we had a lot of candidates who were there. How are we growing in every aspect, Ambassador, especially in movies?
Well, in movies, I know that Sri Lankans love Korean movies and dramas, so I'm very much proud of that. Well, at least I didn't really have the chance to have the Korean Film Festival, but we had the Korean Education Fair, K-pop festivals, and Taekwondo Championships. And all these events, I hope that Sri Lankans would more and more love Korean culture. So next time, I'm definitely, will make sure that I bring Korean films too.
So there is an important trend going in Sri Lanka now, Korean food. Everybody seems to love it, and that's why we had the K-Food Showcase today, a very special gathering for all our media friends to taste the Korean food. You will also have that opportunity in time to come. But tell us about this event, Ambassador.
Well, we normally had the Korean food festivals, but this time I wanted to show the Korean food that is actually shown in the Korean dramas and movies, because I know that Sri Lankans love Korean dramas and movies, and there are a lot of scenes that actually Koreans eat. So I'm sure that Sri Lankans would be asking, what are they eating? How do they taste like? So I wanted to bring those foods that you can see in the Korean dramas.
So in time to come, you will learn these, and you'll also find them on YouTube and whatnot. And also being a part of the Republic of Korea, the embassy, you'll learn more of this and much more. Thank you, Your Excellency, for being with us on a very quick interview at today's event. The food was really delicious and we enjoyed it, and we wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
That's our talk here at the K-Food Showcase at the Ambassador's Residence. We'll be bringing you more in time to come. Take care.
A couple of more local stories to get by. According to the All Ceylon Traditional Coconut Oil Producers Association, an underground business of issuing coconut oil that has been used in foreign countries to the local market after refining is going on. They request the general public to always consume locally made coconut oil. The coconut oil requirement of the country stands at 12,000 metric tons per month. It has been reported that nearly 25,000 metric tons of coconut oil is being produced by the local producers. But certain businessmen have taken steps to import coconut oil with tax concessions. According to the traditional coconut oil producers, if the VAT that has been imposed on them to be reduced, local coconut oil can be provided at a fair price to the consumers.
A businessman has been killed in a shooting incident occurred last night at Neluwan Thiruva area in Hanwala. According to the Hanwala police, the shooter has come to the residence of the businessman to target him. The deceased person is said to be a 55-year-old father of 2 children and a resident of the area. He has been engaged in a business of the sales of used vehicles and vehicle spare parts. According to the police, the concerned businessman, who was critically injured, has been admitted to the Avisavela District General Hospital, where he was declared brought dead. The businessman was able to survive in an incident of shooting where he is said to have failed in paying the ransom. Further investigations are on. That's all the news we have from home. Stay tuned for international stories coming up next.
Dua, did you brush your teeth?
Yes, ma'am. E.
Puta, is your school bag ready?
Yes, ma'am. Ready.
Did you lock the gate?
Yes.
Did you all check for dengue mosquito breeding places?
Yes.
Then good night.
Good night.
Exactly. Every day, everybody. Focus for dengue control.
And in your foreign news now, Israel says that its ground troops have entered South Lebanon, but Hezbollah denies that they have crossed into the territory.
Prime Minister Najib Mikati says that Lebanon faces one of the most dangerous phases of its history. The Israeli army says that it's conducting limited and targeted raids against Hezbollah after killing its leader Hassan Nasrallah on Friday. Israel forces continue airstrikes across Lebanon, including on several neighborhoods in southern Beirut. According to the Lebanese Health Ministry, at least 95 people were killed in attacks yesterday. An Israeli strike on the Nizrat refugee camp in the central Gaza Strip killed at least 13 people, 7 of them children. Meanwhile, a senior White House official now tells the BBC's United States partner CBS that the United States has indications that Iran is preparing to imminently launch a ballistic missile attack against Israel. A direct military attack from Iran against Israel will carry severe consequences for Iran. The official warns added that the United States is supporting defensive preparations to defend Israel against this attack.
Now, the Sri Lanka women's cricket team won the second practice match in the T20 World Cup Women's Cricket Tournament. In the match, they defeated Scotland women's team by 5 wickets. Women's T20 World Cup Cricket Tournament is being held in the United Arab Emirates. In the practice match against Sri Lanka played yesterday, Scotland batting first scored only 58 runs in 19 overs. Sarah Brace scored 24 runs while bowling Udeshika Prabodhini and Sachini Nisansala shared 2 wickets each. In reply, Sri Lanka women's team recorded victory, scoring 59 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in 15.3 overs. Kavisha Dilhari scored 27 runs.
And that's all the news we have for tonight. Join us tomorrow at the same time for the very latest on ChannelEye. I'm the Lanjali together with Shevon. Sign off. Good night.